guys, hope you're doing all well. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about the state of the DC universe at the moment. Just a real quick video and just on my thoughts on this whole matter and just the craziness about it. Now, I'm going to admit, when I first watched like BVS, I wasn't a fan, and Suicide Squad, I liked it, but then after time I was a bit iffy on it. Justice League, I liked it at the time, the original, the 2017 version, and I was very disappointed when I got the physical copy, no director's cut or anything. So my opinion of the DC universe was a bit, but I watched Man of Steel, and I thought, okay, there's something beautiful here. Then I watched Aquaman, and I thought, okay, this is, and then I finally got the director's cut of Batman v Superman, and I appreciate it. Now, God, there's problems with it, but it was a far better film with that 30 minutes, and I'm not going to bore you too much with all details, but if you've been keeping up to any news about Zack Snyder's vision of the DC universe, how the execs wanted BVS, even though I wasn't really Batman fighting Superman story, yeah, that was a part in the story, but there was so many other stuff. But they just wanted it, oh no, we're just going to have focus on these two, and in the advertising, and the name, and it wasn't even being called that, it was going to be called something else. I thought Dawn of Justice should have kept it with that, to be honest. And they wanted it darker, they wanted this and this, and when it didn't do well, because they wanted more seats, they wanted more screens, so obviously cut the film, they blamed it on Zack Snyder. And then obviously what they did when his daughter died, and how they were hounding him was, absolutely disgraceful. And what, Joss Whedon allegedly did to the cast, Ian confirmed it, and it's very iffy, but, if everyone's saying it, or the actors and Deborah Snyder, you kind of go, okay, this guy was, which is weird because I've seen a few of Joss Whedon's stuff and he's good, but how he handled that set, obviously if it's one day when he actually does admit it, it's just absolutely disgraceful. And it's this DC's blindness. Well, the execs at DC is just blinded to the vision of Zack Snyder. I'm not saying it's perfect, but my God, it's a sure better than the freaking crap they got at the minute. And the success of his version, Zack Snyder's Justice League, especially in China with over 7 million people watching, and almost 1 million in the UK, breaking records in Canada and Russia. Every streaming service you think of the countries, any country, guaranteed it did well or broke records. And it's ridiculous. It's not hard to restore it. It will take years to do it, and obviously all the other casts are either doing other DC projects, or they're busy doing other stuff, which they shouldn't wait for it, because they don't know if it's going to happen. I want it to happen, but, so obviously they have to keep busy, and Gal Gadot's having a kid, and she's got like that, she's got that sci-fi project, she's got Cleopatra, and it's just shocking. And what's funny, when they claim about, we want to be more diverse studio and this and this, Zack Snyder was already doing it. They were going to have their first Asian superhero film before Marvel did. They was going to have, I don't know if Cyborg film was going to beat Black Panther if everything was running normally. I don't know if it came out the same year or later, I can't remember when it was planned for, but we would have had a Cyborg film by now. They were already doing that stuff. He was already including people. Jon Stewart. They wouldn't allow him to do it. So, he was already bringing people of diversity in. He was already doing it. And he wasn't doing it because, we need to have someone of this colour or that. He goes, no, I think this actor or this character would do really well. You weren't thinking about, oh, we need to please this audience. No, he was bringing in people he thought would do the job well, and characters, thinking, okay, I'm not bringing them in just for the fun of it. They have a purpose in the story. But at DC at the moment, they're just like, okay, you know, we need to have this person being this colour, we need to have a director of this colour doing that. It's like, if you want to go down that route, go down the route. It's a multiverse now. But apparently multiverse exists, but that don't exist. And it's just absolutely crazy how it's going. And it's a mess. It's honestly a mess. There's no plan. I don't see a plan. I mean, I see films, and I think the only slight plan they do have is a film and a series. There'd be a connection, or a film's going to have a spin-off, like the Batman's going to have GCPD stuff and Suicide Squad, Peacemaker. So there's that connection, but there's no overall goal. I just don't see it. I just think, I mean, yeah, I remember when they first said, look, we want to concentrate on more solo films. I thought, okay, that's fine, and I agree with that. But when you're hearing it, I think it was Zack Snyder was already doing that. He was setting up stuff for solo films. And they're just blind. They're trying to include people in, and that's good, but they're going about it wrong. You know, pick people who are good at the job, and not just because you match. We need a skin colour, and it's just, no, think of people that are good at the job. And it's a mess. And J.J. Abrams, I got faith. You know, he abandoned Star Trek, Star Wars. I mean, yeah, you could say Force Awakens is a good film, but I say it's just freaking someone got their uni tests or did their assignment. Okay, copy that, change a few bits. But yeah, here you go, is something new. Oh yeah, it's passable. So I've got no faith in him and Bad Robots at all. I mean, I'm hoping Zatanna and Constantine's good. Of course, I like him. But I've got no faith in him or Walter Hamada. It's, you know, these were the people who, I mean, especially with Walter Hamada, who didn't want the Joker film being made. And it made $1 billion. Edgy, 15. Nah, we don't want that. You know, so the studio's in a mess. And I'm not saying Zack Snyder is perfect, and I do believe that some veins should be in. Like he wanted Lois and Batman to be, no. Maybe in a comic, but not in live action. So I do believe. So I believe there should be someone there to obviously say, okay, maybe not Zack, but you know, make compromises for him as well. And I do believe if the Snyderverse is restored, you're gonna have films of good quality. You're gonna have a universe that makes sense, that's all connected. If you believe in him, yeah, they might be a bit longer, but you know, HBO Max is doing really well. So obviously maybe do HBO Max and maybe Site Cinema release, so you try and get revenue on both ends. And it can go somewhere, it really can. And you can do the multiverse stuff, and you can have your, you know, you can have your Black Superman. You can have this, you can have that. The multiverse, and then if you want to connect them, do like a big live action Crisis on Infinite Earth, bring them all in. You know, everything's there for you to do. And be about a multiverse, you can have 3 Batmans at a time, and people aren't stupid. People know, okay, Ben Affleck, that's part of that one. Robert Pattinson, part of that. Oh yeah, that Superman, he's part of Earth, such and such. Well, okay, you know, your audience ain't stupid. They read comics, they watch stuff. They look it up probably online, they know what they're talking about. And I just think at the moment it's just all going crazy. And I heard like Ray Fisher, it's not Cyborg anymore. Yeah, that could be the case at the moment, but hopefully he could change his mind, or they change their mind and bring him back. And there's nothing saying that they can't. I mean, Disney sacked James Gunn, but they brought him back for Guardians 3, so never say never. I'd even get to like the Deathstroke film and the Batman film. My God, we missed out on bloody Deathman, and Joe Manganiello was perfect as Deathstroke. You know, and there's so many, and potential Man of Steel too. But they're just idiots. They really are. And if DC does well, Marvel does well, because the competition, they up each other, and it's fair game. But at the minute, DC's fucking building huts, and Marvel's fucking building spaceships and colonising other planets. That's what it feels like in comparison. So there needs to be change, and it needs to happen quick. I mean, films take fucking years. You know, production depends how quick and how ready they want it to be. Scripts, getting actors, but we need to keep fighting. I mean, even Zack, you know, if Zack says, "Look, guys, this ain't happening," I'm sorry, that's fine, but he tells you, don't unsubscribe from HBO Max. Keep watching it, keep doing the hashtags. We need to fight for it. You know, J.J. Abrams can do his stuff, okay? You do your stuff, that's fine. But don't get rid of this stuff, which there's an audience for it. You say you're for the fans. You have your own agendas. And you don't... Remember when Warner Bros. Used to be the studio which you make long films. We care about our directors. We don't give a damn about ratings. We just care about making quality films. My God, if Rotten Tomatoes give it freaking slightly diss. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes on Joker is like, what, 50-odd%? 55%? Okay. Don't listen to them. But they're bound by ratings like that. Look, as long as the fans like it and it makes money, who cares about ratings, you know? Ooh, it's got such and such on IMDb. Oh, who gives a shit? So, let's keep hashtagging, keep fighting for it, keep talking, don't downvote like people downvoting Kong and Godzilla vs. Kong. Don't do that. That's different property. I mean, yeah, it's owned by Warner Bros., but don't do that. But keep going on like YouTube, going on Warner Bros. Twitter account, Instagram, YouTube videos. Just put hashtag. You know, keep fighting for it. Keep hounding them. Be respectful, of course, but don't give up the fight. We have to keep going for it. And I mean, Marvel, my God, I mean, Falcon Winter Soldier did okay, and it got up freaking number 4. Captain America 4. And I'm like, my God. I mean, my sister's a Marvel fan. I'm like, oh, it's so easy for her. So easy. Honestly, at the end of the day, we can only try. You know, we can only hope for the best. I mean, we never thought the Snyder Cut would happen, and now it has. So we can only keep on trying, keep on hashtagging, and just keep spreading the word, and you know, and hopefully AT&T will tell the naughty kids, Warner Brother, or Warner Media, or bloody so many different divisions, and just tell them, look, do your stuff, but let them do theirs. And surely DC can only do well from there. But, you know, egos and personalities get in the way sometimes of clear thinking. But, yeah, only a dream, but we can make it happen, guys, if we all work together. But anyway, guys, if you watched this far, thank you for sticking put, and stay safe and stay care.